Hi, it's Angela, and you are listening to Divinely Connected. I'm here with your weekly guidance for June 30th through to July 6th. Happy Canada Day for all my Canadians who are tuning in today. We are a day late, but you know what? The messages are going to be just as wonderful. So let's jump right into it and see what is happening. Okay, so we do have the strength card coming through right out of the gates. There is this reassurance that needs to come in. It's almost like, oh, all of a sudden, I went from being secure in maybe ideas or plans, and feeling a little bit unsure of how to proceed. Now, there is this feeling of the pause. And so this is not to be rushed. This is not to be pushed through. There is this feeling of like, take the pause and have a moment for reflection. There's the new opportunity. And so movement forward is still coming through, but it may be coming through in a new way. And that may be what is kind of throwing off your intuition if you're feeling a little bit discouraged. It's not that it's a no, it's a, oh, let's go in this direction. And this opportunity is going to be, it's going to be go time. It kind of feels like, oh, there it is. There's the feeling that I'm looking for. This is what I've been wanting moving forward. Okay. And so this new amazing opportunity is coming through and it's aligned with the time, meaning like it's time to go. It's time to do it. It's time to go for it. And this could be connected to children. This can also be connected to inner child, which means that there may be some healing that needs to come in, or there may be some insecurities or feeling of lack of worthiness that is coming up for you. Okay. There's something that almost feels like too good to be true, but it feels like it is in alignment. And so that almost belief system of too good to be true is where that inner child or that limiting belief is presenting itself. Okay. That needs to kind of be dismantled and move through. There's this feeling of why not you? And this is what I love to do for myself if I think of like, oh, this opportunity seems to be out of my depth, or maybe I'm not there yet, but or only other people get these opportunities. You know, our ego loves to play that comparison game, and I will just be like, they're just a person. Why not me? They're just a person. They came into this world the same way that I did. They're going to leave, like everyone else is, and they're just, why not me? Right. And so it is like this little game that I like to play with my ego mind, with that feeling of that back and forth. And it's true. The Beyoncés, the Prince Williams, the all these people that may have kind of a pedestal in our minds or in our society are just people. Right. And so when you recognize that and just kind of bring them back into that human version, it does allow you to kind of accept more extraordinary opportunities for yourself, as well as understanding and maybe even bringing in some more like connection, more clarity to what you're seeing, what you're consuming, and your belief systems around that. Okay, there's that new beginning. All right. So the strength of being able to move forward with it. This is a significant change. Okay. It feels it does feel a little bit like a big gulp, right? And so it's not nothing. It is something that may be making a little shaking in our knees a little bit, right? But it is definitely time to take action. Do your due diligence, read the fine print, sign on the dotted line, but do not plan yourself into procrastination. This is kind of like, yeah, do what you need to do and then get going with it. And this is going to be positive. This is coming in three different ways. For some of you, it's in your personal life, making personal changes that are going to affect your personal happiness and your healing and your growth. Some of you, it's going to be professional. There's job changes, income changes coming around, additional income opportunities coming in. And some of you, it's going to be romantic. That's the feeling that comes in. So changes within the relationships. And this feeling of wanting to go, I don't know if I'm ready, but you definitely are. Focus on all that you are. Focus on all the good that you are. Focus on all the positive. Focus on all the things that bring you joy and that bring you love. Don't focus on the negative. You're going to find whatever you look for. Whatever you look for. If you're going to look for reasons why you're not good enough and why you won't fit in, you're going to find them. And if you're going to look for reasons why you are of value and that you're worthy, and that anybody would have the privilege of being in connection with you, in your capability, in your charisma, in your morals. That's what you're going to find. And so there's almost this feeling of, how am I going to fit into their puzzle piece? Right? How am I going to fit into the puzzle piece of this opportunity? When really we should be viewing it as, does this puzzle piece fit into my experience? Right? And so when you kind of look at it that way, instead of lowering your value to fit into something that you are interpreting as higher value, then you're looking at something of high value and wondering if that's going to fit into the high value that you are. Right. And so it changes it. It changes the way that you consume it, the way that you mull it over in your head. And it really is something that is going to help you navigate this, because this does feel like the ego could have a field day with it. And so there does need to be a little bit of this balance kind of coming in, um mentally, as you process it, and take the time. If the ego is triggered, if our doubt and fears are flying high, let's take that time. Let's take that time to kind of go, okay, let me ground out that energy. Let me kind of bring some balance in there before I actually get into that decision making. Okay. There is high probability of conflict this week as well. There's a lot of internal conflicts coming in, especially with the personalities or the signs that have a hard time with self realization and self awareness. So those who align with those characteristics in your life, you may, and I'm saying high probability, it feels volatile. I'm not gonna lie. And so if you have people who tend to come with the drama, and lack in self responsibility or self awareness, and that self ownership, we want to put some space in there, because there's the conflicts, and there is like these obstacles, but they feel minor. There's the ego, right? They feel minor. They feel like, yeah, okay, some of us are going to be like, well, that sucked, let's move forward with it. And some of people are going to be wild about it. And so these inconveniences are coming in. It does have this probability, high probability of conflict with others, as well as kind of creating like that negative mindset, because egos tend to trigger other egos. If somebody's coming at me with their ego, what do? My ego comes in, gets defensive, and we're ready. I'm ready to right back, right? That seems to be egos trigger egos. And we know this. And so there's this feeling of like, okay, so now that we know, and you know what? There is also this feeling of like, oh, we don't even want to get caught up in this, right? It's kind of like one of those things of like, let them go be that Tasmanian devil, but like do it over there. Um, it really does have the power to like get you in a negative way, which is unfortunate, because we have all of these positive cards kind of starting off with the week. And so this is where you go, okay, this is theirs and this is mine. Right? If we're able to have some sort of separation, that is going to be the best thing that you can do. If we can't, if this is our lovers or our children or our colleagues, and we are literally like in that environment with them, what we can do is remove ourselves from it. We can do a clearing meditation. We can take some sage, and cleanse our office space or our home. We can do a little bit of preparation and making sure that we're shielding our energy and we're bubbling up before we go in. We should be doing it every day, right? Like we love having that as the beginning, as our morning practice of waking up and grounding our energy and bubbling up and setting ourselves out for the day with our affirmations. But you know what? Sometimes that falls away. And so this would be a really great week to kind of bring that back in and get back up on that, because then it's going to help you navigate that and not absorb it. Okay. And not absorb it. There's also seems to be lots of decisions, so many decisions. And I've been doing a lot of intuitive card readings lately, and it's all about the change. It's just change, change, change for everyone, and decisions and indecisivity. And so that is what's coming in as well. There is another decision that's coming in where they are reassuring you of your ability, of the fact that you being you and your practical, grounded version of yourself is what is necessary here. And knowing that this is coming in, it is something that's coming in that needs to be moved a little bit quickly, but that you are totally able and capable. Don't feel like when you're going into a new experience that you don't get to be new at it. How many times do we have that fear of being new at something, and we have that fear of looking like we're new at it, looking like we don't know everything? Listen, allow yourself to be a student. Allow yourself to learn something new. You're a hard worker and your ethic is going to show. Allow yourself to be teachable. We always want to be teachable in this life. There's never going to be a point that you should be able to reach in this physical life form where you know it all. Okay? Not only is everything constantly changing, right? Things of like how we did things 5 years ago and how we're doing things now is completely different, right? And so the life and the makeup of our life and the design of this physical life is for it to be forever changing, is for it to forever evolve. And so there will never be a point where you know all of the things. You can get more comfortable with what you know. Your confidence will grow. But you should always remain teachable, and you should always remain um being able to learn something new, take something away. The good that you do comes back to you. There is almost like this positive bonus or positive experience, unexpected. It comes in as like a little cherry on top, right? And this can be kind words. This can be a new opportunity. This can be promotion. This can be, somebody going out of their way. It is coming in this kind of unexpected way, but it does come in a very beautiful, and again, reassuring way. Now, they do say focusing on the negative, which means do not squander this. Listen, we can pick anything apart. Okay? We can pick anything apart. You need to understand that when a stranger compliments you on your outfit or your hair or says that you're glowing, or instead of grumbling, oh, this old thing, or oh, right? Just say thank you. They are giving you the gift of energy. They are handing you positive energy. Not only that, the universe or your departed loved ones are using them to give you this kindness and this positive energy as a gift. A lot of the times, a stranger may say something in passing that is positive, that just puts a little pep in your step in that day, and they may not know it, or you may go, oh well, they didn't really mean it. The universe is using it. Listen, everything in this life is in play for the divine to use. Okay. And so a lot of the times when I'm having a dark day, or I'm in a bad way, or I'm really struggling, or I'm in my deep healing and doing my shadow work, all of a sudden someone will send me a little message. Someone who I never read for, never even knew their name, has never even seen it on any of my social medias, but have been following me for a while. And they feel compelled in that moment to send me kind words or share an experience with me, right? They have no idea. They have no idea the impact that they have just put on me. But I know without a doubt it is my divine team using them to give me what it is that I need in that moment. That's coming through kind words, that comes through children, that comes through strangers, that comes through opportunities, that comes through seeing certain videos or memes or posters on social media. It is endless. The possibilities are endless for how your divine team and how your departed loved ones and your team of angels and spirit guides are going to show up and communicate with you. So instead of grumbling the next time somebody says something nice to you or does something nice for you, or holds the door open for you, say thank you, and then thank your team as well, because they're making sure that you have what it is that you need. All right, I'm going to leave that with you. Don't forget to come back next Sunday for your weekly guidance.